So Golden Rim Resources listed on the ASX, our code is GMR. We have two advanced assets. We have a gold project in Burkina Faso called Kori, out in the eastern part of the country, and we have a zinc-silver project in northern Chile. At present, we're focused 100% on the gold project in Burkina Faso, and the major activity there is a resource drill out, which is currently underway. Should be complete end of this month, and we look to sit down in March and calculate the number, which will be out in the market, we believe, at the end of March. We're supported by Ausdrill in our drilling. We have a US $1 million drilling for equity agreement for Ausdrill, which will actually see over time probably Ausdrill becoming our major shareholder. As I mentioned, the maiden resource out end of March, and we certainly believe that that will be a catalyst to see a re-rating of the company. The other thing that we're doing is the zinc silver project in Chile we have up for sale, so we're looking for somebody to buy that project from us. So I'll start off with Kori, the project in Burkina. You can see the location map there. So Kori sits over in the eastern part of Burkina Faso on a major fault, a major splay off the marquee fault, which hosts a number of gold deposits in that country. We own 100% of the project. We've just got a brand new 9-year licence on the project. We have no royalties, so it's quite a clean ownership. We've got a major shear zone that extends for 16 kilometres of strike through the licence area. We've currently been drilling 3 kilometres of that strike, and that's the area that we'll put the resource out on. There was a small gravity CL operation there before we took the project on. A guy was just mining free digging oxide material, produced 20,000 ounces at just over 5 grams. We've since come and found a new zone of mineralisation to the south of that small operation, and that's the area that we're currently drilling. Prior to the current drilling program, the resource drill program, we put out a JORC exploration target of 500 to 610,000 ounces at around 2 grams. This was over 2 kilometres of the strike and to only 70 metres below surface. We're now drilling, it's actually 3.5 kilometres of strike, and we're drilling it to 120 metres below surface, so almost double the depth. And that's the drilling that will go into the resource estimate. So where we're at the moment, so of the current drilling program, which is 19,000 metres, we've done 1,500 metres of diamond and the bulk of the RC drilling. The rest of the drilling, as I said, will be completed by the end of this month, and then we'll sit down and calculate the resource. What's been pleasing is that beneath the exploration target, we're getting really strong mineralisation at depth. We're also getting good mineralisation along strike. So we've drilled to 120 metres now below surface, and we're certainly getting the same material. You can see some of the intercepts that we're getting there at the moment, which are outside the exploration target. The other thing that's pleasing with the project is last week we put out our initial metallurgical test work results. This is gravity and cyanidation test work. So a total recovery over all ore types was about 95.5, and in fact we got up to 99.6 in some of our fresh test work. So we're getting very good recoveries, 36% gravity recovery, and very quick leach times. So most of our gold is being leached between 4 and 8 hours. We've engaged an Australian consultancy, RPM Global, to do our resource calculation. They've just completed the site visit, which is required under the JORC code, and they'll sit down and do the resource for us in March. Oops. Just a brief location plan. So this is where we're doing the drilling. Probably the thing to look at there are the yellow outlines. So that's the area that where the exploration target projects to surface. You can see there's a big gap in the middle, which we're now currently drilling. We're also doing infill drilling on the exploration target area. We also have just extended the mineralisation 400 metres to the north. The easiest way to look at it is in long sections. So the grey is the previous exploration target, so 500 to 600 odd thousand ounces. We've now drilled to double the depth. We're drilling another 1.5 kilometres of strike on top of the calculation. You can see in yellow the intercepts that we've got that are outside the exploration target to date. So we're certainly very confident that we'll put out a sizeable resource when it's out in March. In sectional view, so this is what it looks like on the 3 k's of strike. So we have a mineralised zone which is 150 to 200 metres wide with stacked veins. The grey areas there shows you where we've calculated the exploration target to 70 metres, and you can see the depth extensions we're getting now with our deeper drilling. And the bigger picture, so we've only been working on 3 kilometres of the strike in our exploration licence. It's a major shear zone. We do get a bit of pyrrhotite with the mineralisation, so the magnetics which we have here are very useful for our exploration. But certainly as we move forward, once we calculate the resource for that top 3 Ks, we will move out further to the southwest and explore the rest of the licence. And I suppose why we're doing it is obviously to increase the value in the company. So right now we've got a market cap of about 10 million Australian dollars. We certainly feel that as we put the resource out in March, we can certainly lift the value to somewhere like we're getting, like we're seeing with some of our peer companies. This is our second discovery in Burkina Faso. A few years ago we made a small high-grade discovery, 200,000 ounces, which we sold to a Turkish company, M&G Gold, for $8 million US cash. I'll just briefly touch on the project in Chile. So we have a zinc-silver project in northern Chile. We're surrounded by the majors, so BHP and Codelco. We have both porphyry copper and epithermal silver-lead-zinc mineralisation on the property. It's a joint venture with a local Chilean company. We own 73%. We've spent $8 million on it in the last 2 years. We've put out a JORC resource, 50% measured and indicated. We're getting some really nice high-grade hits at depth that are yet to be followed up. To date now, there's been close to 50 million Australian dollars spent on the project. It was a previous feasibility done by Golder. But at the present, we're finding it difficult to fund both projects, so we decided to put this one up for sale, and we're currently in that process. So just the corporate side, so as I said, we're listed on ASX. We have about 201 million shares on issue. At the current price, we've got a market cap of about 9 million Australian dollars, 1.1 million cash, so an enterprise value of about 8. The largest shareholder is an Australian fund, Acorn Capital, with 8.3%, and they've come on board for this resource estimate. So just summing up, we have a focus on a gold project in Burkina Faso. We obviously also have exposure to base metals through our project in Chile. Certainly a very good destination, Burkina Faso. It's certainly the fastest growing mining regions or gold mining regions in Africa. We have a long background in Burkina Faso. We've been there now 9 years, and this is our second discovery. And we certainly believe our 100% owned project will deliver a large resource in March. So in terms of catalysts for share price, we have ongoing drilling results that are coming out. We expect another set of results in the next week or two. We're made in JORC resource in March, and a transaction on the base metal project. Thank you.